Sorry about that, folks, as we get back to the game here. It seems the stream had cut out there. Not to my knowledge, but we were back here for a Bedford power play, and that'll get worked back to the line there as Hopkins works that over to the right side. Trying to play that back in the zone. Picked up and worked in behind. That one's going to be caught up too and covered up there as we got a minute gone in the power play. That one worked into the middle, shot in, and scored off the right side with a nice play there to make it 2-0 with a minute left as I try to get this stream back in place. Back to the middle here, so it'll be 2-0 here. A good power play marker as Bedford worked that one in the zone. And that one's worked in behind and worked up the middle there and just offside for Dartmouth. And we'll be awaiting the face-off here. So 2-0 here for Bedford. 5:19 left to go in the first. It was a nice first goal there to create, and the second one just a hard shot on the right side there on the power play as Bedford hemmed them in the zone the entire time, but that one worked back around. Try to play that one out to the middle, and McPhee takes a slap at it, and it'll be down the left side. Trying to play that one ahead, worked on, shot in over Gallagher Temple's head as he hasn't faced too much action since the first few minutes. Deep there is Land. Works that around. Land fetches that on the right side, and that'll come back out and chased after into the zone, and that'll go for an icing. Haven't seen too many icings so far this game. I think that one might have been our first. As we await puck drop. 4:40 to go here in the first period. Shots 12-3 for Bedford as they've settled in here. Mood wins that one forward. It'll be back to Dartmouth. They're going to work that in off the left side. Try to play that ahead. Deep in the zone there. That's going to wrap around the end boards and try to play that out. Dartmouth picking it up there. He's going to poke that by Burke and wrapped around the opposite end. Looking for a pass back. Back to the D there. Just kept in by Smith on the line. Slap shot into the back left corner. Picked up deep in the zone. Gillis pressuring in there with Burke. Burke's going to pluck that puck out and try to catch him in the middle, and he gets a nice backhand pass to McLean, and McLean's barreling down off the right side. Shoots that one through the wickets and in. McLean gets his second of the night here to make it 3-0 here with 4:01 left to go in the first period. Not sure what happened to that initial stream there. Sorry for the switch over, as you know, when you're dealing with this technology, anything could happen, but we should be good to go and continue on here. And the 3-0, so 3 goals and 13 shots. Is Dartmouth going to need to get the next one here if they want to stay in this game, even though there's plenty of time left to play, obviously. Still 2 periods and a third of a period. Is that one delayed? Oh, no, that was not offside as McLean intercepts that on the opposite end. Just drug his foot enough to keep it in, but McLean now working it out. McLean up the left side. That one exits the zone. Worked over, McLean keeps it in himself. Burke's now with it. Burke's holding onto it. He'll shoot in, and he goes for the top left there. The goalie gets over with the blocker. Works back around, shot in, and scores. Looks like that'll be the hat trick there in the first period for McLean. Seeing a bit of a Tage Thompson type play out there by him as the big man. 3 goals here in the first frame. And we are 4-0 here with 3:30 left to go in the first. And Bedford is looking locked in. Worked in off the left side by McDonald. They try to pull that one through. They get it by a couple of guys. Shot in. That one hits the outside of the net. McPhee picking up on it now. McPhee working around the zone. He'll send that puck over to the right side. Puck just stays in on side. Back to McPhee. McPhee back to Land. Land grabs that off the left and works that over to Brewer. O'Leary, and that'll be the offside there. As we await full-scale line changes on both sides. 2:55 to go in the first here. And Dartmouth looking a little dejected out there. But they started the period strong, so they know what they can do against this team, but they're going to need to get the next one here to stay in it. Work back into the back right corner. That one wrapping around the boards, trying to get it here on the left side. Kept in by Gillis. Gillis works that down into the zone. That one just gets speared by Mood. Wrapping in behind the net there, trying to look for the outlet pass, held on to. Finally gets that over, and now it'll be work to Baldwin, the captain, cutting down the right side. He'll bring that in and send that down off Gallagher Temple's pads into Gillis. Gillis works that around to Surrett. Surrett now on the right side trying to find the outlet. He finds Mood down the right side. Mood with speed, looking for a pass in front. Instead he'll hold on to it, try to backhand that, and it'll miss off the back of the net. Dartmouth now turning that puck over. They're going to have to work to get that out of the zone, and they can as Van Polgies will turn it back around the opposite end. Van Polgies holds. Tries to play that out in front. That'll miss the stick. Worked back around. Held on to now. In behind. Sent over to the Dartmouth winger Garnett, and that'll get turned over. Is McLean looking for number 4. McLean coming in down the left side. McLean cutting to the net. He shoots and he scores in tight. That'll be 5-0 with 1:31 to go in the first period. And with 4 goals in the first, that really is Tage Thompson-like, as we saw from the Buffalo Sabres about a week ago, I suppose now, as he scored 4 in the first and played that power forward position, and then McLean just taking it to that left side and picking his spot. That combination of size and shot and IQ has done McLean well this year in the U13AAA league. He's been on a tear ever since the first game of the Jordan Boyd that I did for this team. He's showing up as Hackle works that in on the right side. That one kept in the zone there by Dartmouth as they try to push that back, but Bedford D there to work it back, but Beal shoots that in. Gallagher Temple ready for the glove save, and he'll get the whistle here with 55.7 seconds left in the first period. 16-5 the shots. Into the right side here is O'Leary on the draw. That one won back by Dartmouth. Tried to flick that in. It gets flicked back the other way, and now Brewer gets it on the left side. Brewer tries to work that forward. Over to... That's definitely not Brian. He's wearing the number 16, so I'll have to keep an eye on that as that gets worked into the middle. Shot in. Steered aside. Puck's loose on the left. And the net gets knocked off here. The BMO nets have actually been hanging on pretty well this year, I must say. It was kind of a storyline last year, how much of these nets would get knocked off in big moments. We obviously did the old Bedford Barons team and the Basin Armada team on this rink D all last year, and sometimes it would be 4+ times a game that net would be knocked off, and I haven't seen anything close to that this year. Who knows? There's 25 seconds left to go here in the first. That one gets sent back to McPhee. McPhee retreats, works that over to Land. Land works that up the left side, finds Brewer. Onto the stick there, Brewer. He'll circle back around, looking for a play. Back to the line, kept in by McPhee. McPhee with a hard shot in that just misses off the left side, and with 4 seconds left, that should take us to the end of the first. And it will, so 5-0 here at the end of the first. Bedford showing up and playing well here in the first period. We'll be back for the second in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. we're back here for the second period as Bedford looks to continue more of the same, and Dartmouth looks to get on the board here and try to close the gap here. Surratt works that in down the right side. Surratt tries to play that in front. It's turned over on the stick there, but hustled after by Mood. Mood tries to play that back, but will exit the zone. Worked over to Robertson and then chipped up by Mood over the right side. Taylor gets that on the back end and will look to work that in around. Off the boards there, Robertson will chase. Robertson grabs that and will head on out. Worked in to the middle, and a nice tape-to-tape pass there for Van Polgees. Van Polgees off the left side looking to play that front, held on to, oh no! And an amazing move there after a pass by Van Polgees as Mood went in with it on his back and he just misses by a few inches on the left side. And you know he's going to be frustrated at that opportunity. As now Dartmouth heads into the zone with speed, and Gallagher Temple blockers that one aside easily. Worked in behind now. Grabbed onto, pressured there by Gillis, but Dartmouth working that puck down. Tried to play out in front, tipped away to Surratt. Surratt knocks that up ahead. Van Polgees tips that off his stick. Back to the Dartmouth defender. Finds McDonald, and Bedford's on a change, so he'll have some space here on the left side. Bringing that in, slap-shotted. Gallagher Temple steers aside once again. He seems locked in there on the back end. Worked up to McLean. McLean into the offensive end. On the left side, he'll shoot that one in the low. It'll just miss. Looking for the pass out front. That one stopped up. McLean with pressure there on the right side. It gets back to Hopkins. Hopkins with the one-timer out in front to Duffy, and he'll unload a shot that catches a Dartmouth player, and he is down. McLean tries to play that out in front, but he'll stay down after taking an absolute bullet from Duffy on a perfect one-timer there that you only see really at the older ages, but Duffy able to get a whole lot of that one, and the player's down there holding his knee. So we'll just take a minute here with 13:02 left to go in the second. And we'll be back in a second once we make sure this player's okay. Well, it looks like he is up and skating off, so you like to see that, a bit of a limp there. And that one's no doubt gonna need to be iced at home. We'll keep an eye to see if he'll make it out again for this game, but man, what a fantastic shot there by Duffy there in front. And a huge play there to get it across. And I have not seen many one-timers connected on like that this year. And right into the knee. All right, so that face-off one back. McLean's gonna go in and pluck that puck out. Back to Hopkins. Hopkins there on the right side. Hopkins tries to play that out in front. He gets knocked off the stick. Held on to and try to skate out the right side. Hopkins grabs once again before they can get it out and sends it in. Down the west side here, Duffy. Duffy tries to work out front, tipped by Hackle, and that one wide. Back to the line there for Hopkins. Hopkins holds. Worked over to the left side. Duffy lets another one go, and that one will hit the post. Better the post than the knee, but still stays out of the net. McLean pressures and just creates the turnover there. Back to Duffy. Duffy holds on, and he'll circle back in the zone. Duffy now working some magic there. Back left now into the corner. Tries to get that over. McLean's going to chase that puck. McLean now unloads a shot, and that one covered up. 12:10 left to go in the second. Bedford keeping this in the Dartmouth end there, and it doesn't look like Dartmouth's got too many extra bodies there on the bench, especially with that player out injured. It seems like there's only about 7 or 8 extra players here for Dartmouth, so fatigue could potentially be setting in against this top Bedford team. Worked in behind the net there, tried to play that out to the left side, shot in. Bit of a tough angle there for Brewer, and Brewer will get the shot off, but it'll be covered up. Shots 23-7. That one back, wrapping around the boards there into the back right corner. Bedford, known for taking the pedal off the metal, they definitely have their offensive plan and they stick to it, which you cannot blame them for. They're trying to be the top team and get as much practice in and make a real run at some tournaments this year. And that one just off the stick there at McDonald's. He could have been off there with Land, who kind of stumbled on the way back, but it could be worked back there. 2-on-2 the other way, stopped up, and the arm goes up, and it looks like we'll have our first Dartmouth power play of the night. Of the afternoon, I should say. And if you haven't done so, make sure you tune into some of our other things we're doing here on High Button Sports. It's always busy time around the winter here for us, and this year is definitely no different, as lots of stuff going on. The Ice Jam coming up on the other side of Christmas. We'll be covering this Bedford AAA team all the way till the end this year, seeing what they can do, seeing if they can have a truly magical year, which has been a good first half of the year for them, but we're about to head into Christmas break, so our next game won't be until the weekend after, as Gallagher Temple knocks that puck aside. In behind the net there, Gillis gonna work away for it, but Dartmouth with it, they try to wrap it around. Puck's there loose on the left side, but it comes out. And now Surrett works that into the middle. Mood and Surrett now looking for an opportunity. Beating him on the left side, cutting in. Mood works it around, and he just misses as he tries to finish it off on the short-handed chance, but now Dartmouth's gonna work it back the other way. Baldwin into the offensive end, worked back around to Robertson. That one jumps up and catches the player in the mask. Now down low off the left side. Trying to work that in behind. Play out in front, flicked off and knocked over there. Dartmouth still with possession. In behind, trying to play that out in front. They got it on the stick there. Baldwin shoots. That one knocked out in front. It beat the goaltender, but staying in the middle of the net there was Robertson, I believe, and Robertson just single-handedly saved that goal, as that was going top right. And he was there, and now he's pressuring all the way down the ice. The D-man creating turnovers in the end here, shorthanded. 43 seconds left to go on the power play. Worked back around. Sim has that knocked off his stick. Sim, former mic'd up player here on High Button earlier this year. That one works over. Worked over to the left side, held on to. Hopkins calmly plays that down. Still on the PK here, but Bedford in the right zone here as Duffy works that back. Duffy back to Van Polgees. Van Polgees down to Duffy. Duffy works that in front to Hackala. Hackala tries to play that, but it'll be covered up. 9 seconds left on the PK. It's in the Dartmouth end. Like I was saying, this Bedford team, we're going to follow them out for the rest of the year. They've truly come together as a squad, and the next game we will be doing will be the Pictou game here on Rink A on January 8th, I believe, so that'll be a real good game. We're looking forward to that one, as that one gets sent down. And it will be back to 5-on-5 as Dartmouth not able to get on the score sheet there thanks to Robertson. Number 3 there on Bedford, as he stopped that one from going in. Gallagher Temple took care of the rest as Duffy works that down. Duffy playing a fantastic game here this afternoon. McLean back to Hopkins. Hopkins looking for a lane. That'll get tipped aside, and now could be a break the other way. Be a foot race for it. Skating back for it. Cutting down the middle, held up with a stick, and it looks like to the PK it'll be Bedford as the goalie goes down there as well. But it was a chance down the other way, and to the box for number 18, Hackala. It looks like he was the last man back. So, another opportunity here for the Whalers to get on the board with 9:21 left to go in the second as we approach halfway through this game. Shots 25-10. McPhee grabs it. McPhee puts that through the legs. It'll come out of the zone there. Grabbed at center ice and stick handled. Worked over to the right side. They're going to try to beat them to the outside. Land cuts him off. Land trying to work it back the other way. Into the middle now. McLean shoots that down. McLean on net, steered aside. Dartmouth grabbing that puck there up the left side. In through the middle. Circling back the other way, onside now. Looking for a lane, shot in. Gallagher Temple covers it up. Gallagher Temple, I don't know if I've ever actually talked about this on one of these Bedford broadcasts, but I am confident in saying that last year, Gallagher Temple was the goalie who won the Sidney Crosby shootout in the Joe Lamontagne, and I do not believe he was playing for Bedford. He could have been. I'd have to go back and watch the tapes, but I remember his celebration that we posted over our social media. That one got a lot of love as he celebrated right below our broadcasting booth. Maybe we'll can repost that as a sort of throwback clip, as we'll be back to streaming here for the Joe Lamontagne later this year on March break as they try to work that down. But Gallagher Temple had an all-time high button clip as he celebrated winning that Sidney Crosby shootout, I believe. And now to be doing his games this year is kind of funny. It just shows you how small it can actually be. And I feel like I know almost every division of minor hockey going on here and which teams are good and which teams aren't. As McDonald works that on up the left side, that'll hit off the end boards and go up onto the back. But yeah, I feel like I know just about everything you could know about the minor hockey league teams around here, and I definitely recognize Gallagher Temple from that clip. And he's had a stellar year along with Will Snide as the goaltending has matched the offense and defense of this solid Bedford team. That one worked out in front. Dartmouth looking for a chance there off the left side, and he just gets held up. Robertson maybe held another goal up there as he covered his man. And Robertson, that's two. I'm comfortable saying it. Now Robertson gives a little push there to Baldwin on the back end. And Robertson's showing a little tenacity. That one worked into the middle, and that'll fall outside the zone. Tried to chip that one up. Back around the opposite end, and now sent on deep. Still in the PK here for another 6 seconds, so we're getting ready to return to even strength with 7:24 to go in the second. And we are halfway through this game as Baldwin works that up to the middle, and we are back to 5-on-5. Dartmouth working that puck down. Into the offensive end, looking for a shot there, and they score! Gallagher Temple jumped out, and it got knocked away, and Dartmouth on the board now, 5-1. The penalty had ended, and he caught him there on the left side and put that one up high, and that'll be 5-1 there, and the Dartmouth fans letting out a good cheer there as they cut this lead to 4. Still plenty of time left, and we'll see if they can build on that. So 2 back-to-back penalties there for Bedford. They were able to kill off, but at the just seconds after the second one ends, they let one in here as Van Polgies works that down. Van Polgies tries to play that up front, gets wrapped around. Mood with it now. Mood trying to enter the zone, and he'll knock his player aside. Mood in behind the net now. Plays out in front. That one misses Hopkins' stick, and it'll be hustled back on by Duffy. Duffy grabs and plays that with a nice pass up the middle of the Mood, but that one just off the stick there. Mood over to the middle, and that one can't get to Surratt as Dartmouth tries to work it in. That one falls off the stick and will be an offside there. And so far through the first 2, Duffy, Van Polgies, and Robertson have stood out to me as the top players so far, and obviously McLean with the 4 goals. But some good games going on there by those 3 or 4 players. We'll see if they continue on. Van Polgies has just been all over it from the first whistle. McLean's got that scoring touch. Duffy's just been locked in on the back end. He seems to be making some real advanced plays as Hackler works that down the right side into the middle. Burke now looking for a shot. He shoots that in. It cuts out on the right side. Is it a nice hard shot? That one tipped in and steered aside. McLean goes into the boards trying to grab that puck, but it gets worked out. And now it'll fall outside the zone. Duffy grabs. Duffy worked in, just beats the red line and will send that down. McLean works it in. McLean now worked into the right side. Shot in, scored. As Hackala will pick his spot down there right there, and that'll be 6-1 now with 5:54 to go in the second. As they get that one back. And we will drop the puck here again. 5:50 left to go here. 29-14 the shots. In through center. That one will fall back to the line. Worked over to the right side. That's definitely not Brian, so I'm going to keep an eye out there for who's rocking number 16. My eyes aren't that good. I might have to ask Matheson, maybe. I'm going to have to ask there at intermission, as I do have 20/20 vision, but that yellow lettering kind of blends into that blue a little bit as it gets worked out down the right side, and he's putting some good hustle on there. Worked over to the left side, now up to O'Leary. O'Leary into the offensive end. Down the left. Held on to, try to cut it in front. O'Leary holds. Nice play over there to McPhee. McPhee has that bounce off his stick, and he'll send that down the right side. Wrapping in behind the net there. Swung on. Up the left, back to McPhee. McPhee shoots. That'll bounce off the end boards. Chased after there, wrapped back in behind by Dartmouth. Dartmouth looking for an outlet. Try to find the pass, gets by land. It'll be hustled back to by McPhee. McPhee grabs. He'll be challenged for that puck, but they'll get it off. Surrett now with it. Surrett down the right side. Back to Mood. Mood trying to cut in. Mood with some nice moves. Shoots, scores, and what a goal there by Mood. Put that one in the highlight reel as he made some real quick carves there, as they used to say back in the day when you're first learning to skate, some big watermelons, as he's able to carve that puck in around and find the open lane and put that one home. So 7-1 here as we approach the end of the second period. And remember, we will have an intermission at the end of the second period. 4:34 left to go. That one sent in. Dartmouth bringing that into the zone. They'll shoot that. That one off the post and goes to the right side. Picked up and worked back around Van Polgeest. He'll put that through his legs over to Mood. That one won't get out of the zone though. It'll be Gillis having a knock away for that. Dartmouth trying to work it in. Put through the legs there. They're going to have a chance here for a shot. That one goes in and somehow stays out. I believe that hit the post. It went right through the 5-hole at Gallagher Temple, but bounced off the post and out, and a good opportunity squandered for Dartmouth. Down the right side now, looking for a shot. That one off the stick of Gallagher Temple. Just kept in the zone there, wrapped around the left side. In behind. Into the middle, Mood gets it. Van Polgeest. Deep in the zone. Try to play that up to the left. Duffy stops up and plays that in low. Try to work out in front. Held onto now. Looking for the lane's Mood. He'll just try to throw that one on net, and they're going to battle away for it. Worked over to the half wall. And now Dartmouth looking to beat Duffy on the right side. He's going to ricochet that by him. He'll have a chance for a shot. That one shot off the blocker and in. As beat on the back end there, into the back end, then it'll be 7-2 now as they threw that one on. And as we approach the second period, it's cut down to 5 goals here with 3:20 left to go in the second. And a nice play to get by on the right side there. Throw that puck on net, hits the blocker, and just sort of trickles in. And I bet you Gallagher Temple wish he had that one back. Back to the middle now. Tried to play down. Hackler brings that into the offensive end. He's got McLean in the middle. McLean lines up for a shot, and oh, a beautiful glove save there for the Dartmouth goaltender as McLean looking for his 5th of the night. Fires that one with conviction and ends up in the mitt, and we'll have a whistle here and get ready to play with 3:11 left to go in the second. Looked over to the right side. Hackala holds on. Hackala plays that over to McLean with a nice hard pass. McLean surveys over to Hopkins. Hopkins cutting to the middle. He'll shoot that one on. Tipped aside by Hackala just off the left corner. Back over to Burke. Burke back to Hopkins. Hopkins winds up. That one tipped in. Rebound in there again and scores. As Hackala will put that one in. And some good effort there by this line as they stayed with that puck and just kept creating turnovers. That'll be 8-2. And we'll head back to center ice here with 2:47 to go. And the game has maybe lost a little bit of steam. The short bench for Dartmouth doesn't help. The score doesn't help, but Dartmouth will work that one in, and they'll try to backhand it. It'll fly over the net there and hit the glass, and now they'll try to work it down. O'Leary pushing in along the boards there. Try to play that one ahead as it's a tough battle there at center ice. Dartmouth comes out with a Baldwin off the right side. Baldwin shoots that, it's steered aside. Back into the left, back to Beals here for Dartmouth. Beals shoots that one in deep. Worked back around, touched up. Beals holds, he'll play that back. Dartmouth flicking it down the right side. A good heads up play there. Over to Baldwin. Stopped up along the blue line, however. Work back down the opposite end. Trying to cut it off. I think it's Matheson out there with 16. I'll confirm that before I start calling him by that, but I believe that's him, and he'll grab that, and a big swing and play by Baldwin keeps the puck in out of his zone. As Mood tries to steer that up ahead, but it gets worked over to McPhee. McPhee now in. McPhee down the right side looking for a lane. McPhee trying to cut it in front. He'll hold on to it, go for the wraparound. That one steered aside. 1:22 left to go in the second. Back to the line there for Gillis. Gillis down, shot in hard by Surrett and covered up. 1:15 to go here in the second. Well, we'll whistle on the play here. And we'll wait for the Dartmouth change here. Back to center, worked over to Robertson. Robertson holds. He'll shoot that one in. That'll be bouncing down low, steered aside. Van Polges flicks it back around the other way. Mood now looking to cut out in front. He'll get knocked off that puck. Back to the middle. Settled down there with a nice play as that puck had some zest on it, but Van Polges knocks it down. Van Polges now out to the middle. Surrett shoots that one, blocked before it could reach the net. Worked over to the right side. And we are into our last minute of the play here in the second with 45 seconds to go. Surrett grabs. Surrett trying to play that back around. They're going to push in there. Back around, Gillis takes a chop, but it'll come out of the zone there. Chased after by Robertson. Robertson plays that back. Bruce now with it. Bruce down to the right side, saved by Gallagher Temple. So he read that one like a book. 20 seconds to go here. That one will come in and he'll cover up. 18 seconds to go here. 37-20 the shots for Bedford. So they continue on through this one. Worked in behind, McLean grabs it now, 15 seconds. McLean's gonna have some time to work with. In, gets it over to Hackle. Hackle looking for the shot, shoots that one off the pad, and it would be covered up before we can finish. So they're gonna say no goal as the whistle had gone there. 7.6 seconds to go in the second. And we'll await the next whistle here to finish this off, and they will head to the dressing rooms. The Zamboni ready to come out. Into the middle, worked over to the left side, held on to. Big shot by Duffy late, and that one steered on with 0.3 seconds to go. This will be the whistle, and we should be headed to the break here. It's just a formality now. Drop that in, and all right, so that'll be the end of the second. 8-2 for Bedford here. We'll be back in about 10 minutes of the third. Don't go anywhere. All right, and we are back here for the third period as Bedford with a commanding 8-2 lead here, 39 shots to 20. As we get set to finish up here. And that gets worked in around the right side. Worked in around. That one back to McLean. Over to the right side. Into the zone, tripped up in through center ice. That one through the middle onto McDonald. McDonald tries to play that back, gets worked in around, try to tip up there. Burke plays that in through center. Worked into McDonald. McDonald shoots that off the shin pad. In through the middle now. Dropped up there on the right side. Bedford trying to push that in. It gets knocked away. In off the end boards. Try to play that up. Land gets that into O'Leary. Into the middle. That one knocked aside. Trying to play that ahead. O'Leary with it now. O'Leary cutting to the net. Tip back away the other side. O'Leary now shoots. That one misses. That one knocked down by Dartmouth, trying to play in ahead, and Dartmouth in through center. And we'll have a whistle on the play. Back into the left side, that one sent on deep. That'll ricochet off the end boards. Down in the zone there, trying to play it out. That one gets by, and Robertson's going to chase after it. Worked in around. Cutting out of the zone now down the right side, just onside, and that one tipped back to Dartmouth. Surrett now tries to play that in. Down low to Gillis. Deep in the zone. Shots now 40 officially. Deep in the zone, try to wrap that, and that one gets knocked into the post there. Puck's still loose. It looked like the post got knocked off, but it'll come with the left side. Exit the zone. That one to the middle now. Try to knock that away, and it'll come out. Out the right side, onto the left there. Big shot there. That one scores off the glove. In behind the net there, McLean tries to wrap that out in front and tipped away in behind the net. Grabbed on by Burke. Burke tried to play that out front, and the goalie will go lunging for it. Worked in behind. McLean tries to play that out. Duffy swings on it. Over to Hopkins. Hopkins has that knock off his stick into the zone. McDonald back around the other way. McLean grabs as that's offside. Delayed. Now back to Hopkins. Hopkins into the zone there, trying to find a man through center. He could grab Baldwin. Baldwin now with the breakaway. Baldwin cutting in. He'll back in. That on Gallagher Temple makes the save. And a beautiful save there for Gallagher Temple. Over to the left side now. Brewer is going to try to cut that out. That one comes down to Beals. Sorry, just dealing with some other streaming technical difficulties at a different rink, so pardon my silence there for a second, but we should be good to go here as that one gets worked out in front. Onto the sticks. Shots 40-23 here. We got 10:15 to go in the third. Score is 8-3. That one goes down and the arm goes up on the referee, and a little frustration there for Dartmouth as it looks like they'll be headed to the box with Quinton Land getting taken out. And it'll be a power play for Bedford here with the 5-goal lead as we continue on here in this third period. Back down the other way. In the low there, shot down, and Surrett takes a swing at it, and he knocks it down enough to at least catch up to it. Now Surrett tries to play it out, but Dartmouth catching up and going to be playing cutoff man there as that gets back and slapped down. And it actually looks like Bedford went to the box there, so my mistake. I saw one of the Dartmouth players slash his stick down, and I thought that there was a chance for them, but it was actually a power play for Dartmouth, so I'll fix that on the scoreboard here in a second. Work down low. Jones in through the right side. Jones cutting to the middle. He'll try to work that puck in. Off the left side, knocked away, and it looks like the arm will go up there, and it'll be touched up, and it could be a 5-on-3 here. As maybe that Dartmouth player just showing a little frustration just in general, not towards any specific situation. And all right, so it'll be 5-on-3 here for 1:16, and an opportunity to at least put a couple up on the board here for the Dartmouth team with 9:20 left to go in the third. That one back. Baldwin chases after. Into the left half wall, sent down. Down low to Robertson. Now worked out in front, tipped aside as Baldwin tries to jam it in. Gallagher Temple hugging the post hard. Puck still loose, and now it'll be covered up. And we'll have a face-off there with 1:02 left to go in the 5-on-3. That one forward over to the right side now, chasing after it. Into the blue there, just outside, stays inside the zone. McDonald works that down to Baldwin, back to McDonald. Back down to Baldwin, he'll try to play that in front, and it just goes wide. Into the right corner, back to the line. Try to play that across. Taylor picks up on it. Taylor now unloads a shot. That one gloved down. Rebound there, and they score. As the rebound bounces off Gallagher Temple's glove into the left side, and will be covered up. It'll be 5-4 now. and that'll kill off that'll take one of the penalties off the board, but leave one up there. 8-4 now, my mistake. And we'll head back to center ice. To the middle there, and we'll get ready to go. Puck dropped. Kick back there to Hopkins. Hopkins off the left side. McLean catches up. That one knocked away. Down low to Jones. Jones now trying to work that in for Dartmouth, and it'll be offside there. 8:25. 1:05 left to go in the power play, so they'd like to cut this lead down to 3 with still time left if they can get one in here, as the game's kind of slowed down just a hair. Into the middle there, and now working it forward. Burke has that knocked away over to the right side, trying to play that up ahead. Down low, down the left now. Looking for a lane, shot in, and saved there, and hard into the boards there in the end, but it looks like we're all right. Looking for another face-off as the game kind of slowed down a bit here in the third period. Bedford maybe taking a step back here and work that up to McLean. McLean now cutting down the middle. That one on and off the stick in a hurry. Shot in, steered aside by the blocker. Into the right side, back to Hopkins. Hopkins works that up to Burke. Burke tries to play that through. Down the right side now. Worked into the zone there, just outside. They'll battle away for that. The power play still going for 18 seconds here. Is that one to the middle, worked over to the left side. Smith picks up on it. Smith down as Dartmouth tries to break it in. Duffy cutting the man off and forcing him into the corner. In behind the net there. That one gets worked around. Burke holds. Burke now backhands that on, and we'll be back to even strength here as that'll be sent down. 7:14 to go as we're halfway through this third period. We're back to even strength here, so 8-4 the score. You don't usually see that sort of score in a game. Usually it's either a massive blowout or it's a close game, but 12 total goals. That one sent on back, try to chase after it, gets worked into the right side, picked up, and they'll get a step on it here as Brewer will work it down the left side. Brewer back to Land. Land takes a swipe, it goes back down to Brewer. Brewer tries to play that one out in front, and it'll be sent off the half wall there, trying to play it up ahead into the skates. Back to McPhee. McPhee holds. McPhee works that through the middle. That'll be steered and sent wide, so 6:44 to go, and we'll have another whistle here. Shots 42-26, so lots of shots on both sides by any game standard. And we'll be heading into the offensive end here. Looking for the puck drop for Dartmouth as they're still battling away here. They've picked up a bit of energy here in the third, but Bedford created enough of a lead where they can kind of hold on, try to kill this off. Back down low to Land. Land works that over to McPhee. McPhee receives that on the backhand. He'll circle back and try to play that out through the middle. Hits him with the pass. It'll be O'Leary now with it. O'Leary worked in off the left side. Deep in the zone now, O'Leary grabs, and he'll still hold on to it and try to play that in front. Rebounds out to the left side, backhanded away, puck's loose. They're gonna battle away, still on it, and can't finish it off as that stays out of the net. It'll be sent down for an icing here with 6:04 to go, and another whistle here. As it just seems like they can't quite get their feet under them. And create a long play. We've had lots of whistles here in the third. And we hope everyone, I think this will be maybe my last time talking to you until Christmas, so we hope everyone has a fantastic Christmas break here at High Button Sports. My name's Jeff Warburton. It's been an absolute pleasure covering this Bedford team, and like I said, we'll be with you till the end of the year, but the Christmas break is upon us in 5 minutes and 46 seconds. I'm sure the kids out there will have all sorts of new gadgets and gear, as maybe a new hockey stick or two. I know when I was a kid I was more interested in Lego than hockey equipment, but I also didn't have the drive and tenacity as some of these young guns do here on the Bedford AAA team, as that one gets turned over. Try to play that dude in the middle, and it'll be hustled back down the other end. And that'll go all the way down and be worked back in. The opposite end with 5:19 to go in the third as we crawl along here in the third period. Dartmouth had 8 people on their bench here spare, so they've been down men all night long trying to take on this top Bedford squad. Worked back, Hopkins picks up on it. That one tipped up high in the zone, and now they try to work it ahead. Somehow they kick that to themselves, and way out of the net, Gallagher Temple, and he gets it by him and puts it home as Gallagher Temple tried to catch him off guard, but it gets by, and it'll be 5:09. It'll be 8-5 now, as nothing to show for in the third period yet for Bedford. It's a 3-goal lead still, as they'll head back to center ice. 5:09 to play, and this is the closest the game's been since early on, so we'll see how Bedford responds as Hopkins chases now. He'll get pressured on the back. Down low, try to play that out in front, stopped up and worked into the right side. Looking for a lane, they get it back to McLean. McLean's turning on the Jets now into the offensive end. McLean wires one back and rebound over to the right side. It gets kicked down low as they battle for that behind the net. Try to work that out in front, that one onto the stick, and oh, that was a close one, but they get it out, turn it back the other way, try to play that ahead. Hustling for it, kicks over Burke. Burke now trying to play it ahead, and it gets stopped up by the Dartmouth D as they get on that puck. Osmond now here for Dartmouth as they work it in. Osmond now looking for a chance for a shot, and that one off the post. Worked around the boards here, and now the intensity picked up just a hair, and that one goes into the mesh. As Bedford will get a full skill change along with Dartmouth, but Dartmouth maybe looking to sneak a couple goals in here late. Four 17 left to go. That one down the right side onto the stick of Hackala. Hackala tries to work that in ahead. It gets chopped in, and now they battle for it at center ice. It's a one-on-one battle in there, and Bedford comes in to help out. Brewer now works that out to the middle, stopped up. Try to play that down the left side now. Swung on. Fee goes down, land, and that'll be a penalty there. A late penalty. It hurts for Dartmouth. Oh, and they lay out a hit there at center ice as Brewer goes down. And that could have been 2 calls on the play, but it looks like it'll stay 1, and it'll be a power play here for Bedford with 3:47 to go. We'll head to the PP. And frustration there for the Dartmouth side, as it's been a battle for them all night long. Lots of fans out here though from Dartmouth, and I'll actually be in Dartmouth later tonight streaming the Steel Subaru game, so if you want to tune into that game will be played the Zatzman Sportsplex. Steel Subaru, always a great team to watch as we ramp it up before the Ice Jam, which will also be streamed by us here a month from now, as that tournament slowly comes together for the High Button team. That one trying to get worked out, and hard play there by Surratt to try to turn that over, and it'll be another whistle as it's offside here with 3:15 to go in the third. After a quick first 2 periods, it has slowed right down, and we must have had at least 8 whistles here in the third. As 1:28 to go here in the power play as that gets worked back. Try to play that up the left side. McDonald bobbles as Hackala pressures in. Gillis helps create that turnover. Robertson now with it. Flick back the other way. Gallagher Temple way out of his net as they try to work that in front. He's out once again. Out away from the blue, and it gets worked in behind and in the back of the net. And they finish it off here on the short-handed. So with 3 minutes to go here in the third, it is now 8-6. And I'm not sure what's happening there, but it'll be Bedford who have been outplayed here in the third period. Still on the power play. 8-6 to score, and 2 more in the last 3 minutes. Can Dartmouth do the unthinkable and come back in this? Worked over to McLean. McLean cutting down the left side. McLean works out in front. That tipped aside. McDonald now tries to turn it back the other way. Played in through the skates. Robertson now with it. Tries to play that up ahead. Gets worked in behind. Dartmouth going to catch up to that. We got 47 seconds left on the power play for them. Held on to. Worked down to Gillis. Now McDonald turns that back the other way. Stepped up on a Robertson with a big play to flick that back the other way. 33 seconds of power play time. Held on to, flicked out over to the left side. Looking onside just by a hair. Tried to play that out in front, and that one steps over the stick there. They work out front, scored off the skate of Robertson. And that'll be 8-7 here with 2:03 to go. And it is a 1-goal game out of the blue. As they tried to pucks on net is what they say. And 8-7 here with 2 minutes, 3 seconds to go. And I can't believe I'm saying that with 17 seconds left in the power play. And Bedford taking a breather there off the bench. And it might have been I don't know, I guess they can't call timeouts at this level, but Bedford just needs to hang on for another 2 minutes as Dartmouth 1 goal away from tying this game up. Still on the PK for 17 seconds, so it'll be 1 minute and 40 seconds of even strength time. That one's one down. O'Leary swings at it. Back to O'Leary. O'Leary plays that back to Duffy. Duffy holds. Duffy works that into the middle, and now Brewer with it. Brewer to the right side, and that one just onside. And they keep that puck in early. Back to even strength here. Work down low. They kind of maybe hold on for the wraparound, and he'll have to keep holding. As this game has turned into a 1-goal game in a hurry, and now 1 minute and 33 seconds left. 8-7 score, and we are at even strength here. As Bedford gets a full-scale line change going. We haven't seen Bedford let in this many goals in a third period yet this year, so looking to just hold on as they came in with a commanding, I believe, 8-3 lead here in the third period, and that one's sent on by Van Polgis. Van Polgis, who's played awesome today, try to will that one in over to Surratt. We got 90 seconds left to go here. Wrapped around the boards. Back to Land. Land shoots that in. It'll catch Baldwin in the chest. Baldwin now looking to flick that back the other way, and he'll pick up speed. Cut off there, and Land works it back in the other way. Dartmouth now working it down. Trying to cut off is Van Polgis. Taylor now shoots that in, steered aside. 1 minute left to play in this game. 1-goal game. That one covered up there. .57 seconds to go. 47-32 the shots. 8-7 the score. Bedford looking to hold on. That one down. The goalie is pulled for Dartmouth, so it's 6-on-5. Back to the line. Shot in, tipped away over to the left side. Skating into the corner, there's Land. Land works that ahead, up to Hackala. Good play there. Now they get it through the middle. Now McLean picks it up through the middle. McLean with speed. McLean shoots it down and scores. And McLean will put a bow on this one as he celebrates his 5th goal of the night. With 41 seconds, and it looks like Bedford's going to hang on after a scary situation there. And I will, before this game ends, I do got to confirm that is Matheson out there, as Matheson filling in for Brian, so that was the confusion. They're both wearing number 16. Matheson has not looked out of place at all here tonight, though, as he's played some good minutes and some good offense. So called up from the AA team for the Brian, who is in Florida. So hopefully Brian's having fun in Florida. Max Brian, as Matheson filling in very nicely, I should say, as he pressures down low. Hakala works in down to the right side, and it'll be 10 seconds left to go here, but that'll be into the end boards, and it looks like Bedford's going to hang on here after a bit of a late scare with 3-1 seconds left. And all right, so that'll take us to the end of our broadcast here. Bedford hangs on, and that'll be another win for them, as a bit of a heart stopper there at the end, but that'll be it. So, like I said, we will be back here in the new year to broadcast some more Bedford games, but that'll be it for me before the end of the year. So, goodbye to 2022 and goodbye to this broadcast. So, we appreciate you tuning in, and we will see you guys in the new year. Hopefully you all have a good Christmas.